Huh? Lay down, it's time to die!
A Way Out is an action-adventure co-op game where you and a friend take on the roles of two prisoners planning their escape, and the only way to succeed is by working together. The game is packed with cool moments, from sneaky stealth sections to intense car chases, and the way the story unfolds with split-screen gameplay makes everything feel cinematic.
You are.
Come on, scumbag!
Come on! Where are you going?
Some of the animations are a little rough and the dialogue isn't always great, but the overall experience of playing through this with a friend is so much fun that it's easy to ignore any small flaws. If you love co-op games, this one is absolutely worth playing.
Name and number, please.
Vincent Moretti, 3465.
Vincent. Nope, there's no Vincent here, sorry.
Animal Well is one of those games where you start off completely lost, but then as you keep exploring, everything starts making sense. And that feeling is just so satisfying. It's a puzzle platformer that drops you into this quiet but mysterious world filled with strange creatures and hidden secrets everywhere. The game doesn't explain much, so you have to experiment and figure things out, which makes every discovery feel super rewarding. The only downside is that it can be a little too cryptic at times, so if you don't like getting stuck, you might find it frustrating. But if you enjoy a game that respects your curiosity, this is an amazing experience. Disco Elysium. The Final Cut is a one-of-a-kind detective RPG where you play as a cop with amnesia trying to solve a murder in a really weird and interesting city. And the cool thing is you get to create your own type of detective with different skills and personality, so you can be a super smart detective or a total goofball. What really makes this game special is the amazing writing. It's super funny and makes you think about all sorts of things, and the world is full of interesting characters and hidden secrets that you'll want to uncover. Plus, the voice acting in the Final Cut version really brings the characters to life. Now, just a heads up, there's a lot of reading in this game, and it can be a bit slow at times. So if you're not into that kind of thing, it might not be for you, but if you're looking for a truly unique and unforgettable RPG experience, Disco Elysium: The Final Cut is definitely worth checking out. Hollow Knight is a beautiful Metroidvania with a haunting atmosphere. Explore the vast underground kingdom of Hallownest as a silent knight uncovering its secrets and battling deadly foes with your trusty nail. The hand-drawn art style and haunting soundtrack create a truly unique and immersive experience. Combat is tight and responsive, demanding skill to master. Gain new abilities and spells to reach new areas and overcome challenging bosses. Discovering hidden paths and upgrades is incredibly rewarding, but be warned, this game is tough and the map can be confusing. Still, Hollow Knight is a must-play for fans of the genre and anyone seeking a unique and unforgettable gaming experience. Dead Island 2 is a hilarious, gore-filled sequel that doesn't take itself seriously, and that's part of its charm. Set in a stunningly detailed and absurd version of LA, the game boasts ridiculously good graphics that make its blood-soaked melee combat and apocalyptic setting pop. You'll hack, slash, and drop-kick your way through zombie hordes as one of 6 playable characters. The story feels like a cheesy B-movie with sarcastic writing, colorful characters, and over-the-top quests, like slaying zombies for a clout-chasing influencer or fighting bee-infested undead. While combat starts strong with modded melee weapons and superhuman abilities, its repetitive nature and lackluster guns fall short. Multiplayer adds much-needed fun, though technical bugs and an unpolished feel detract from the experience. Dead Island 2 may not reinvent the zombie genre, but its humor, irreverent tone, gorgeous visuals, and co-op chaos make it worth a bloody good time.
Damn vacuum. Come on, we have to find Rose before she leaves.
It Takes Two is a unique co-op adventure, playable only with a friend. You'll journey as a couple turned into dolls solving puzzles and overcoming challenges in a magical world. The gameplay is constantly changing with exciting new mechanics around every corner. Experience thrilling moments like riding toy airplanes and battling giant squirrels in a vacuum cleaner. It Takes Two is creative and funny with a heartwarming story about love and relationships. While requiring two players and good communication, It Takes Two is an unforgettable co-op experience. This game is a must-play for anyone looking for a fun and unique adventure to share with a friend. Neon White is a fast-paced action game where you play as an assassin trying to earn your place in heaven by competing with other demon slayers to kill demons, and you get to use cool weapons called soul cards to do it. The game has a really unique art style that mixes anime and cell shading, and it looks awesome. Plus, the levels are designed to be replayed over and over again, so you can try to get the best time. The story is pretty interesting and keeps you engaged, and the characters are all memorable with their own unique personalities, but the dialogue can be a bit cheesy at times. Overall, Neon White is a super fun and addictive game that's easy to pick up but hard to master because it requires quick reflexes and strategic thinking to succeed. So if you're looking for a challenge, this is definitely the game for you. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons is an adventure game that takes you on a journey with two brothers trying to save their father. And the way the game makes you control both at the same time is something I've never really seen before. The puzzles are really clever, and as you go through different places, everything feels like a fairy tale, but in a way that also has some dark and emotional moments. The game is pretty short, so it doesn't overstay its welcome, but it's also one of those experiences that stick with you even after you finish playing. The only thing that might feel strange at first is the controls, but once you get used to them, it feels amazing. If you love games that make you laugh, panic, and maybe even question your friendships, Overcooked All You Can Eat is perfect. It's a game where you and your team have to cook and serve meals as fast as possible, but the kitchens are designed to mess with you. Sometimes you're cooking on two moving trucks, sometimes the floor disappears, and sometimes you just have no idea what's going on because everything is on fire. It's fast, silly, and surprisingly challenging because you have to communicate well, or everything falls apart. It's the kind of game that gets stressful, but in the best way. And even when we completely failed, we just kept playing for one more round. Celeste is a challenging but rewarding platformer where you play as Madeline, a girl who climbs a mountain, and this game is known for its tough difficulty, but it's also super fair, and the controls feel really tight and responsive, so you always feel like it's your fault when you mess up. Which, believe me, you will a lot, and the levels are designed with tons of hidden secrets and shortcuts that make you want to replay them over and over again to find everything. Plus, the story in Celeste is surprisingly deep and emotional, dealing with things like anxiety and self-doubt in a way that feels really genuine and relatable. And the music is absolutely amazing. It's like this beautiful mix of piano and electronic stuff that perfectly fits the mood of the game, but I gotta say some of those later levels are brutally hard, like seriously controller throwing frustrating. And while the story is great, it's told through these optional cutscenes that you can easily miss if you're not looking for them. So overall, Celeste is an awesome game with tight controls, a beautiful art style, and an amazing soundtrack that's definitely worth checking out even if you're not usually into hard platformers. Pentiment throws you into 16th century Bavaria as Andreas Mahler, an artist who finds himself caught up in a murder mystery. You'll explore a beautifully illustrated world, talk to interesting characters, and try to uncover the truth behind a series of suspicious deaths. The game's unique art style, inspired by medieval manuscripts and woodcuts, adds to the immersive experience, and the story is full of twists and turns. Pentiment lets you shape your own story through your choices and interactions. You decide who to trust, what questions to ask, and ultimately who you think is responsible. But be warned, your decisions have real consequences that can affect the lives of everyone in the village. Although Pentiment is a slow-paced game focused on dialogue and investigation, it's still a really engaging experience. If you enjoy historical mysteries or narrative-driven games, and are looking for something different, Pentiment is worth checking out. I recently tried Empire of the Ants, which is a strategy game about managing an ant colony, gathering resources, expanding tunnels, and defending against threats. I loved the attention to detail, from the way the ants move to the realistic environments that make you feel like you're actually in their tiny world. The strategy elements are pretty deep, letting you plan out your colony's growth and defense, but I did find the controls a bit tricky at times, which could be a little frustrating. Even so, it's such a unique and immersive experience. If you're looking for a different kind of strategy game, this one's definitely worth a shot. Stardew Valley is a farming game that's all about building the life you want, whether that means growing crops, making friends, or just spending your days fishing by the lake. The game lets you take things at your own pace, which makes it super relaxing, but there's always something new to discover. The townspeople all have unique stories, and you can even get married and start a family if you want. The early game can be a bit overwhelming since there's so much to do, but once you get into it, it's incredibly satisfying to watch your farm grow. It's one of those games that's easy to start, but really hard to put down. Stalker 2, Heart of Chornobyl throws you into a harsh and unforgiving world where survival is key. Explore the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, a place filled with dangerous mutants, deadly anomalies, and other stalkers all competing for survival. You'll need to scavenge for supplies, manage your resources, and make tough choices to stay alive in this unforgiving environment. The game features a massive open world with dynamic weather and day-night cycles that create a truly immersive experience. Uncover the secrets of the zone, complete dangerous missions, and encounter memorable characters as you explore this atmospheric and captivating world. This game is not for the faint of heart, but if you're looking for a challenging and rewarding survival experience, this game is a must-play. Unravel 2 is a cute and heartwarming puzzle platformer where you play as two little yarn creatures called yarnies, connected by a thread, so you must work together to solve puzzles. You'll swing across gaps using your yarn abilities, which makes it a really great game to play with a friend because teamwork is key. The levels are beautiful, with amazing details like forests and beaches. You'll even swing through a playground. The music is really nice and relaxing, which makes you feel happy while you play. This game is full of challenges that will make you think, but it's never too hard, and you always feel clever when you figure out a puzzle. Unravel 2 is a great game for all ages. So if you want a fun and charming adventure that will make you smile, this is the perfect choice.